Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. We are here in Tropico 5, where, yes indeed, I finally jumped into the game. I played this a while ago, and if you haven't seen my episode 0, where I set up my character, created my character, we saw the intro cutscreen, and all that other stuff. What was I saying? But yeah, all this setup has been taken care of in the first episode, or the 0th episode, but that's not important. I have decided to play on medium difficulty for now. I may bump it up later, but for now we're just going to play on medium. Disasters are on rare, and we get to choose which one did I want to play on. Play on Cayo de Fortuna or Bow Bow. Basically, this first episode, or mission, A New Dawn, you play on one of these, and then for the second mission, you play on the second one. So whichever one we play this, we'll have to go to the other map on the second one. So, you know, I like Cayo de Fortuna. This one, not so much for farming and all that, but yeah, let's get it on with Cayo de Fortuna.
Ah, the Caribbean, a lush and untamed land, my new home, beautiful and full of promise. A new beginning far from the politics of the old world, a chance to start fresh and do things my way. I'm tired of the musty weather and the rigid thinking back home. I need a change. I was appointed governor of this island. Not that anyone else wanted the job anyway. My unique approach to government will make this colony the most prosperous in the Caribbean. How hard can it be? You just need some planks, a few nails, and a trusty advisor to shout at.
All right, A New Dawn.
Welcome to the Caribbean, Governor. Allow me to introduce myself, Lord Oaksworth, His Majesty's emissary to the region.
Well, hello, Lord Oaksworth. And so, yeah, I've been given this colony to rule in his name for a number of years, indicated by my mandate. And another thing, with the political difficulty, if you choose a higher political difficulty, you have less time. I think it's 3 years you start out with on very hard, whereas very easy is 5 years. So, yeah. But we have an average of 4 years, which is pretty easy to get to the point where you can get to your independence. So, yeah, complete tasks sent by His Majesty, and yeah, this game is pretty much a fetch type of game where someone will ask you to do something, and then you go do it, and you get a reward, and it's kind of training you like you would train a dog. Yeah, about that. Anyway, let's jump into the game, and first of all, I want to pause and does the... Oh, bother. Let me just change my controls. Alright, I'm back here, and I decided to switch out the camera controls, so I'm using the WADS keys. I really wish that also that they had something to rotate the camera. And, oh. Okay, Alright, so I also have the Q and E keys. So E increases and Q decreases the speed. And, oh yeah. Alright, so, yeah, these have to be probably the worst camera controls ever. Oh, we have an issue over here. Oh, ew. That's a graphical issue. I wonder if it has to do with... Let me jump back out. Alright, so I did play around with the graphic settings, and unfortunately, nothing really fix that. Tropico, why? You've gotten worse since I've been played it. And there is another mod. It's a line in a Lua file that you can add to increase the zoom out distance, and I might actually do that, but that would require me to restart the game. Alright, so getting used to the game. City Skylines had such wonderful controls. This just feels painful. Let's jump into the game. So, oh, this is so painful. I don't know if I can. This doesn't feel playable. Alright, so.
His Majesty needs money to build a new underwater palace. He wants you to begin growing money. I mean, one of those crops that make heaps of cash.
Alright, so. Carry out His Majesty's wishes and you will be rewarded with an extension to your mandate as well as other benefits. Build 1 plantation sugar. Your mandate will be extended by 6 months. Alright, and yes, we have this task here, which is to choose a trading license. Right now we can't really trade. And so what we are going to want to do, I did set up the hotkeys. So 1 is economy, and 2 is research, 3 is, yeah, that, 4, active tradesmen, and constitution 5, and yeah. Alright, so what we want to do is build a plantation for sugar. And what do we have for sugar? Oh. And I hate how the mouse wheel rotates buildings. We can build some there. We can build some here. You know what? I'm thinking here would be good. And if you hold down right click, or if you hold down shift, you'll be able to place a second building. So we are going to do that. We're going to build 2 sugar plantations, and I think I also want to get set up on tobacco. And right here would be good. Right behind the palace. The Presidente's personal Tropico, his own personal, what's it called? Plantation. Roads can be tricky to build as well. You have to have a minimum space. And yeah, let's do that. And you can't have like I can't build a road in here because it's too close to an existing intersection. And what I am going to do is, and yeah, that costs money. We're going to build that like that. Oh, the camera controls feel so restrictive. Anyway, we are going to get started on that, and yeah, there is no pause. Alright. What else do we need? We have Teamsters, we have construction office, we have a few houses, we got those, they are getting going. Yeah, that is so disappointing. I don't know what's causing that. And what I am going to do is build more stuff. Raw resources. I can build a ranch. Do we have any good area? Build menu. Ranch. And unfortunately, you cannot zoom out once you've... Actually, no, you can. That's right. I think, yeah. Pause or page up, page down. can allow you to zoom. The unfortunate problem with ranches is that they will degrade over time, so even though it's good territory now, it ceases to be good territory later. They really need to fix that in the game, or it needs to be modded, and I was working on a mod for the game, as I have worked on mods for this game where the ranches would not lose any quality. What do I need? I want cattle. I'll leave that for now. We'll just let our guys get going on these stuff. So we have a task for a plantation, and yeah, let's get the task.
Greetings, old chap. Have I got a deal for you today? As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license.
All right. Yeah, it's rather disappointing you actually have to have a license to trade, but you know, we're just the governor and the king controls everything. So basically, yeah, unlock trade, 1 free ship. So you can either have the Platinum package, which costs $4,000, and it has additional trading offers. The Silver package is worth $2,000, or you can buy a trade license from the Dutch for $500. You have minus 10 crown relations. And one thing with the crown relations is the higher your crown relations are at the end of the colonial era, or the less money I think it is that you have to pay. But we might... I kind of like the idea of having additional trading offers, although... yeah, let's spend the money. Yeah, we go into the negatives, we won't be able to buy anything. I've always gone with the Platinum package, just because it does make sense from my perspective. It does cost more, but you do have more opportunities. And yeah, let's check trade right now. There are no active trade routes. Pineapples, bananas, pineapples, corn, wool. And these are all export. Alright, so green is import. Red is export. So we are going to... tobacco. Oh, yes. That is to the West India Company, so the green over the yellow is the West India Company, the yellow barrels over a green background, that is the smugglers. So yeah, I think we are going to, because that is a pretty good deal. And yeah, we can see tobacco, default price is 1,000, we'll make 1,500 per. Yeah.
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
Alright, well, thank you, Your Majesty, and yeah, our mandate has been extended, so we are up to 4 years, 4 months, and at this point, we could get fresh colonists, that's actually 10 people, but we don't really need it because as long as you have a demand, like open jobs and stuff like that, people will come. So you do not actually need to grab the colonists. Instead, what I can do is get treasury subsidy. That's an extra $5,000, which we could really use. This, I wouldn't advise getting. It's 5,000 to your Swiss bank account, which you can't really use except upgrading your dynasty. And in past Tropico games where they didn't have the dynasty, the Swiss bank was just a black hole where you sent money and you could never use it. And my personal opinion is all the money that you make in the game really should go to improving the city, so why would you send it to your Swiss bank account? That's one thing I like about Tropico 5. Anyway, additional mandate also sounds good. We are playing on medium difficulty, so it's not that hard to get the extensions we need. I think for now I'm going to go with the treasury subsidy. In a map or the scenario called the Big Cheese, or some of the other ones that have a time limit in the colonial era, you may want to actually choose the mandated extension, as that will give you some extra time because of reasons. And now, let's see. One thing I want to do is crank up my docks, and let's look, and no, we don't have any on the horizon. So that is so horrible. Alright, so right now we're producing 500 of that. What I'm going to do is crank up the budget of the Sugar Plantation. I will also crank up the budget of the Tobacco Plantation. This will encourage people to come in. It will cost more, but you do actually have a, where is it? The job quality goes up, obviously, so the people like it better. Plus, your output actually goes up. And we got another task.
Technological progress is the path to autonomy, Governor. We need more scientists to think important thoughts and discover new stuff.
New stuff. Awesome. Researching new technologies will allow us to improve our economy and society and help us break the shackles of our imperial masters. Yeah. And she becomes your typical communist. Down with the elites. Anyway, research buildings that require educated workers. You may have to hire them from abroad. Research buildings require educated workers. Yeah, so build one library, you will receive more tasks. Alright, so we are going to pause it and... Nope, not research. It's annoying that you have to jump out of the menu to select another menu. You can't just click on... Yeah, that's annoying. Alright, so... It's been a while since I've been in this game. And it is really disappointing that... Yeah. So, right now, research and education, library. Hires 3 people. And... Yeah. It'd be nice if the R key can be used to rotate it. Especially with these camera controls. And yeah, let's zoom out. I'm thinking I want to have the library... I know what, I'm going to make a plaza. Yes, I am. Right in front of the palace. Let's see. Or maybe not. Maybe not. What I can do is... Do I have room? No, I don't. That'll eat into the... So what I'm going to do is... Yeah, we're gonna make a plaza into this in the center. Yeah, like that. And let's get the... Nope. Let's get time going. And I'm going to build me a road just in front of the... Like that. And crank it up to speed 2. So what do we have here? We have sugar, corn. And we got a regular freighter. And how much did we make? I have no idea. Oh, freighter exported tropical goods worth $29.92. Awesome. Tobacco output 427. And yet we got a second one of that.
We are the shadows that move the world. We rule in secret. We are the salvation of mankind. We are the order, and you will be one of us.
Really? I'll be one of you. Well, yeah, tell me more. I've been watching your career with interest, Governor. I sense great potential in you. However, joining the Order is not so trivial. You must first prove yourself. Gain your independence from the Crown, and you will be one of us. Objective: declare independence. Reward: win the mission. So pretty much we just need to declare independence, which is pretty much what we were going to be doing anyway. Declare your independence. You have to increase your popular support above 50. And once you hit the 50, it doesn't matter if it actually drops below 50. As soon as you get 50%, you'll always be able to declare independence, even if they end up hating you. You could destroy your entire island, and it doesn't really care or matter. To do this, improve the happiness and take steps to increase the revolutionaries on the island. So yeah, on the one hand, you like the revolutionaries because they help you gain your independence, but then later on, the revolutionaries become rebels, and yeah. Alright, so we are going to accept that, and of course there wasn't really a mission for that.
His Majesty has commissioned the finest architects to design his new underwater home. We need your cash crops to pay for them.
He wants to design an underwater home. Really? Is he that dumb? A house underwater? Wow. Anyway, so his plan is simple. They buy our sugar and then sell it at twice the price of the civilized world. Interesting. Export 3,500 sugar. The mandate will be extended by 6 months. Awesome. And since we have 2 of these, and they are producing at, okay, let's crank that up. Yeah, 516, now they're up to, yeah, they're going to get going. And yeah, we'll be able to see how much sugar we are exporting. Oh, look at that, the crown sent us 6,100. And yes, as the crown's approval view goes up, then, what was that? As the crown's approval goes up, they will send you even more money. And so we got 2568 from that. And yes, indeed. Trade ship exported 1921 of tobacco. Alright, so what do we have here?
The burden twists our perception of humanity. To us, people are just a resource that has to be managed properly.
Speaking of managing people, you can attract additional managers to your island. You can then assign them to your most important buildings and improve their performance. All you need to do is build some housing for the managers. And for anyone who's played this, you know that the managers ain't going to be coming, so build 5 new country houses. Sure, we'll accept it. And let's pause it. Oh, research. Oh, that's right. That's right. We could have been researching. So, research 2 more technologies for that, 5 more for that. And these 9 are available for us. So we are going to obviously go for the farm upgrades. We are going to go for the... Yeah, let's go with cowboys and then the shovel. I tend to not do mining. I usually wait till later where the resources are a little bit more useful than just export. So yeah, we'll get that taken care of.
Being able to stand on your own is a virtue I personally cherish. Self-sufficiency should be every country's goal.
Alright, so being able to stand on my own, yeah. This is a lesson I would like you to learn well. Show me that you can stand on your own and become a profitable colony, and I will help you with your revolution. So that pretty much just means we have to have $15,000 in our bank. We are at 8328 right now, and the reward will be 12 educated revolutionaries will immigrate to your island. Interesting. Well, that's a... Alright, so we just need to build 5 new country homes, have $15,000, and that's quite a lot. So, alright, so that is what we will do. I might as well build country homes. And residential country homes. Let's build them, let's say right here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. How much did those cost me? Back to build. 1,500. Ouch. So, well. Oh. Alright, let's get into that. And yeah, we spent all our money. We have another however much in there. It may take a little bit of time for that, but, you know.
I see the houses are ready. Unfortunately, the islands of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo have kidnapped the managers intended for you.
Of course they have. Of course they have. As I understand, they offered large mansions to get the managers from under your nose. Don't worry too much about it. You'll be able to get them back at some point. In the meantime, I used the orders connections to get an extension to your mandate. Well, that's nice. We got another year, I believe. And we can get another year if we want. But we are at 4 years and 9 months. And this is what I meant about, at least on the easier difficulties. This is not really quite necessary. Fresh colonists, it doesn't really matter. If you build a lot of jobs, people will come, especially if the island is nice. This doesn't matter. So we are going to go with a treasure subsidy. And the annoying thing about the game, of course, is that it constantly interrupts you. You get these pop-ups of tasks that you need to do. And we exported another 3833. And we got some more tasks.
Freedom
So what do you
will never
have for
simply
us?
be given to us. We must take it by force. We need to train our own soldiers.
Yes!
Soldiers that are ready to fight and die for our homeland.
Of course. We need to prepare ourselves for the coming conflict. Of course we do. You should task our scientists to begin researching the necessary technologies. Viva la revolution! Research the trigger. Revolutionary support, of course. So, what is that going to take? Research the trigger. That'll require 2. Oh, yeah. We can drop that and get that. So that will take 3 months. That will take... Actually, do we have anyone? Let's pause it. And, hey, we got 3 people working there. We are going to crank up the budget so we get an extra... Was it?
I say, being a crown colony is a kind of competition. One you are losing, old chap. The colonies of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo are beating you badly.
Really? A competition. Well, competition is the mother of invention. But no one told me that this was going to be a competition. Anyway, in fact, the islands of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo are doing so well that the crown has come to expect much more from you. And they've decided that since the region is doing quite well, all colonies should pay a higher tax this year. Really? Now, we can either pay the extra tax, cost $5,000. We can pay double the tax, which is $10,000, and get a 12-month mandate, which I really don't want to do. I still have 4 years, 6 months. Our support is down to 20%. It was at 25%. If we pay, then the crown will like us. They'll actually pay us more money. A minus 30 crown relations. It'd be nice if I can see my current crown relations. But yeah, that is the way it is. So I can pay the extra tax, and I just might do it because at whenever the start of the year happens and we make more money or we get money sent from the crown, they may actually like us. So we will pay the extra tax. At this point, though, I think this will be a good place to take a break. I think the episode has gone way over time, but that's just natural for the games I play. I like to play and play and play, and I usually just forget about the time. Hope you enjoyed this first episode of Tropico 5. There is an episode 0, but it's episode 0 for a reason. There wasn't any real gameplay. It was just getting things set up. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Tropico 5. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and have a good day.